Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 117 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where today, more Nature's Aura playing around. Last episode we got the cloud shifter going, which I'm very much liking. It's very cool. Like, it starts raining and then a few seconds later it's not raining anymore. That said, I think it uses a lot of aura to do that. So we're going to absolutely need to get our aura recharged, because as you can see, the aura levels are disturbingly low. To the point where I'm like really actually nervous. I should probably start looking at what happens when Nora's aura is imbalanced. Those are all positive things. I guess we'll find out when we get like really low amounts of aura. I almost want to like bottom it out just to see what happens. Because like I bet if I make it rain with the cloud shifter, I'm gonna disable you for a sec. Right. What was it? It was dark prismarine. Wasn't that it? There we go. I guess that consumes a lot of aura to make that happen. Oh look, I think we have a deficit now. Ha ha ha. Deficit of aura. Bad times for all involved. Everyone's gonna hate this. Even more aura usage. When do I get the, when do I unlock the other aura imbalance thing? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll find out eventually. Hey, what's up, Enderman? Hello. Why are you attacking me? Beat it. Nobody invited you to this party. Nobody invited Enderman to this party. What I should do... Do I already have sunflowers on the deny list? We'll just turn this off. I really want to kind of like see what happens if I can totally bottom out this aura. I'm assuming that's what this green bar is up here. Is this saying that like we're at negative aura of some form? But I guess we'll see what happens. Right? Now it's removing the rain. There we go. Deadly Day. New book unlocked. Drain enough aura to cause negative imbalance effects. There we go. Okay. Hey, there we are. Okay, cool. So, as aura is drained, their lungs will start producing an acute pain that stings, so you'll lose breath. That's cool. Crimson Decay. Natural decay extend to nether in a way. When the aura levels are low enough, netherrack and other blocks will start to decay as well. First they will transform into soul soil, then into soul sand. I guess that's in the aura. Inexplicable anger. Okay. Natural decay. Grass will decay and leaves from trees and stuff will start decaying as well. And then unstable outbreaks. Natural decay has already done all the work it can, but levels are still not increased. Nature itself. Explosions will start sporadically occurring in a large area on the surface. Their severity and interval varying based on... Okay, so bad times. So at some point what's going to happen is leaves and grass are going to start decaying. And I think that's what's right there. I think this is what's up. That coarse dirt is an example of what's going to start happening. So step one, let's recharge the aura. So... the best we can do is ancient saplings right now. We haven't really looked into other things that could do a little bit better. But we'll try. So I'm just gonna this and then... Now what should happen is like very quickly... things are going to start recharging by draining from these ancient leaves. So these ancient leaves will quickly decay. You can already see that starting to happen. So hopefully this will have a net positive on the aura. And remember, the aura will balance and spread out. So like even though we have a big deficit over here, the gain that we're getting over here should spread relatively quickly. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to look into some other things that I want to get. The first one I want to check out is the Herbivorous Absorber. Absorber. So for that, we're going to need a peony, which is a rose bush and an alchemy catalyst. I'm pretty sure we have some rose bushes. And we can go alchemy catalyst our way over to that. Maybe. There we go. So this thing eats flowers. Now, I have an interesting plan for that. So look how quickly the leaves are decaying over here. So we're definitely recharging the aura here. And we're starting to reclaim some aura over here, which is good. So I want to make sure that the area where we're using the aura the most is like immediately getting recharged. So this thing, from my understanding, flowers. They can be made use of using the herbivores that will, when placed in the world, consume any small flower in the close vicinity and convert their energy into aura. The caveat, however, is that supplying it with one of and the same flower constantly will cause it to lose the ability to consume that flower's aura. This means if one wants to get the absorber to work efficiently, they will have to supply it with different kinds of flowers, one after another. For the absorber to reach maximum efficiency, about 6 or so different kinds of flowers should be needed. Oh, I think I'm starting to take some negative effects here. Okay. What do I have going on? Breathlessness occurred for me. That's not good. Look at that. Look how quickly that ancient thing has fallen apart. That's not good. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Botania flowers. Does that count? That is an exceptional question. So if I do this, this, and this, and then this, this, and this, will you consume them, or do you need to be sitting in the world? Now, those are tall flowers, to be fair, so it may not recognize them. We might have, or we might not have, some simple flowers. I'm going to leave them for a second. I'm going to go find some botania. Or you know what? I'll use, I know what I'll use. Floral fertilizer. What, do we have no bone meal? Come on, bro. Let's go with the bone mealing. Alright, so that did not work, but I'm going to try this. Oh! That is actually very promising. That's exceedingly promising, actually. And let me tell you why I'm very excited at that working. I like that a lot, and I will tell you why. I will tell you why. See, and then he's going to do the thing. Oh, it's a thunderstorm, too. Look at that. That's probably going to drain a lot of aura to calm things down. So if it can consume botania flowers, which is pretty awesome, can't I use the jaded amaranthus to do this? This guy, if I remember correctly, is a flower that will use mana to grow nearby flowers. So if we combine this with the thing, like, we'll have automatic infinite flower production. Does that sound cool? Right, so let's see. Functional flora, jaded amaranthus. When fed with mana from a mana pool, it'll grow mystical flowers on nearby soil at a rapid pace. Okay? Cool. So let's go make that real quick. Okay? So first off, we're going to need a Rune of Spring. Do I happen to have one of those yet? No. So we're going to need 3 saplings wheat, water, and fire. So water rune, fire rune from Botania. Do we not have one of those? Nether wart, nether brick. Gunpowder, mana ingot, mana dust, living dude, and I'm going to need my wand of the forest here. Beautiful. And then 3 saplings and some wheat. That'll get me the spring rune. And you get your runes back from that, by the way. Cool. Okay. Then we can pop into here. And you can get that. And then what we're looking for would be redstone root, purple, lime, and green. Redstone root. Purple, lime, and green. Cool. And that'll get me the flower that I want, which is the jaded amaranthus. Okay. Then all I need is I'm going to place that down right next to Mr. Urbis Doohickey. And I want to look at the Mana Seer monocle. Oh, you need mana glass, huh? Make me a bunch of glass again, would you? Thanks. Now, because we have mana in our AE system, I should be able to easily just set up like a mana receiver over here. But I want to make the Mana Seer monocle so that I can see the range of this flower, because that's going to be relatively important for me. Now, can't I make this tiny so that it's smaller? I believe I can. Can't I do that? That's floating jaded amaranthus. Isn't there a way to make it like smaller range of effect? I feel like there was. I feel like there was a smaller... Let me go look that up real quick, all right? I'll be right back. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me do this and this. So what I did find out, by the way, is yes, it's called Petite Flowers. That's what I was looking for. But the downside being that there are not actually too many of them. So what I'm going to do... not all flowers have a petite version, and I'm pretty sure the Jaded is on the list that does not have a petite version. So what I'll do is we'll do something like this, right? I don't want you planting way over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is exchanger with stone some of these things that are like further away from this guy than I want, right? So we'll do like, maybe not that far. Like I think, I don't know the range of this thing, right? So what I'll do is just kind of assume, how about 2 blocks away? Right, 1, 2, there. 1, 2 there. And then 1, 2, like that, right? And then this will be that, right? And then that should be cool. Not that that matters super much. And then we can destruction our way away from this, right? So I'll just do that. That should be cool. Okay, I like this, right? So now this guy should be cool. So now if I keep mana near him, I'm just going to start with a basic mana pool. And I'm just going to throw some mana in there. Okay, so then this guy, if we bind him to this pool, should be cool to start producing flowers. And every flower it produces will be consumed by the herbivorous absorber. Did I miss a row? Yes. Yeah, I don't want you actually placing over there, so let me get you guys... Oops. That is really funny. What are the chances that it would literally try to place there the instant I clicked that? Is that cool? Are you gonna be groovy now? And because it's gonna plant like 16 different colors of flowers, we should not have a problem with that unique 6 flowers limit. Like, it's a built-in randomizer. How cool is that? Right? So, like, our aura should really significantly increase at this point. I like that. I think that's cool. What do you guys think? Is that a neat idea? All I gotta do is hook you up to a mana, like, interface, dude, which, like, we already have cabling there, right? So I just realistically, I just need to get one of these, and hook it up. So I will go and do that, like, right now. Cool. Yeah, I like that plan. So, like, if we go under here and go this way... Yep, perfect. Right? Cool. So then I just get you with a cable. More cables, please. And we're good on channels here, I suspect? Yes, 5 out of 8, so we're fine. Cool. So now you should have all the mana in the world. You are bound to that one still. And now we should be solid in terms of aura regeneration. So this should literally just sit here and constantly run. Now, I'm not sure what will happen once we get to the midpoint, because I believe what we need to do is use a creation catalyst. We place it underneath this block, and it'll allow it to go beyond the midpoint. So I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. We'll come back and see where we stand. Cool? So back in a few. All right, we're back. So here's what I came up with, a little bit off-camera work, just because I wanted to make sure that everything was going smoothly. So one thing that I learned is that this thing will just keep consuming flowers no matter what. So I decided to come up with a way to turn it off. And for that, I'm using the aura detector. So if we take a look at this in the book, I think I can, like, do that. What it'll do is it'll emit a redstone signal if you attach a comparator to it. It's an important note because I expected it to not need a comparator at first until I actually read how it works. But the gist is you attach a comparator and it'll tell you with a redstone signal the current power. Now the Jaded Amaranthus, because it has redstone root in the recipe, tells us that it can be disabled by redstone. Any flower with redstone root in the recipe can be disabled by a redstone signal. So what I did is I set up a comparator here that feeds into one of these analogs from our tools utility. And I basically said, like, hey, if the left and right are the same, which they're both 0 because I'm not doing anything, we're just taking whatever the input is and subtracting 13. So you'll notice our input is currently 14 because we're not quite capped out, but we're close. And then we subtract 13 and we're getting a redstone signal of 1. Now watch what happens when I go ahead and activate the Dark Prismarine here. So what'll happen is it'll drain a bunch of aura out of the environment. The redstone signal will turn off because we've dropped down to 13, which disables the redstone signal output here, re-enabling the Jaded Amaranthus. It is now placing flowers, which are getting consumed by the herbivorous observer. And then it's probably dropping a sunflower. I think it already did it, so it's becoming, you know, sunny out again. And now the Jaded Amaranthus will basically be allowed to run, recharging the aura. So the aura should be infinite at this point. There should literally be a never-ending supply of aura flowers, and it will stop running as needed. Now my curiosity comes from how the creation doohickey that I want to make, the creation catalyst, works. So I'm going to control-click that dude. You can see, like, it's doing a few of the auto crafts for us. I'm letting all that happen. The tokens are making all that good stuff. I really need to get, like, more doohickeys. In theory, that's all going to work. I guess we'll find out. It's very possible that there's a token over there I hadn't made yet. Like that one. And it's not on the whitelist. Like that one. Cool. Are you waiting for anything else? You're waiting for the token of rage. So we've got some tokens of anger scheduled. I'm not quite sure what happened here. So if we look at Token of Rage, Token of Anger. So Ghosts, Gunpowder, Magma, Blaze, Ender Pearl, Gold Leaf. Did it try to do 2 crafts at the same time or something? It shouldn't have been allowed to do that, right? Waiting for Token of Fear. I actually don't know what just happened. I have no idea what just happened. Do we have like a tree capitating axe? I always forget. Did I get one of those yet? We'll just fix this real quick. I actually don't know how this failed, and I need to look into how that happened, because this should be solid at this point, right? You would think. I thought we were pretty solid with this. Where's my laser? Where's my laser? There he is. Thank you. All right, so what all... There's feathers and bones and all this other stuff. So we should have been... So it's scheduled. So you know what? It's actually waiting for... What's feather? There it is. So Token of Fear. For some reason it tried to make a Token of Fear and failed. Alright, so I'm just going to cancel it all. Because clearly something happened properly. Let's just put all this away. I'd like to be able to cause that problem to happen again, because in theory that shouldn't be possible. Alright, that should all be cool. You're nice and empty, you're good. Alright, so let's try this again. Creation Catalyst. Control click. Start. Alright, and you're still waiting for a Token of Fear. So that should fix that. It's like it got a Token of Fear, but like didn't properly clear up. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Right? Are you not on the whitelist over here, Mr. Tokens? I may have never made these tokens before, which is, you know, 100% possible. Yep. Right? Token of Fear was there, though. There you go. Cool. Look how fast that goes, too. Like, the instant it was, like, ready to go. Right? And then add you to the whitelist. Boom. And now we're good for the creational catalyst. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out. So what I'm going to do... So how does that change the aura detector thingy? Because this should allow aura to go above the threshold, right? And if that's the case, that'll be cool. And you can definitely see, by the way, if you look around, there's a few spots that had turned into like a decayed kind of dirt thing as a result of the lowered aura. But that should be all fixed now, obviously. So you're gonna sit here, and by the way, I found that this is a good idea. The Jaded Amaranthus is plenty fast if I'm not recording, but if you guys want to like quickly see if how this plays out, that's gonna be a thing. Oh, look at you. Okay. Why did you dip so much? Are we like going above the threshold now? Like, what's the dealio? Definitely. Is it like spreading to adjacent chunks? I'm not quite sure. That's pretty cool. Sweet. Oh, Aura Round has a plus symbol next to it. That's good times. So I guess that plus is a good thing. Maybe that was a minus. Maybe that wasn't like a gauge. Maybe it was just saying minus. And now we're getting plus. Oh. It's neat. I'm not sure if there'd be a way to auto shut this off. Right? So what I'll do is I'll like minus 14 this. So that it's, you know, cooler. So now it should be at +1 because it's doing minus 14. And that works for now. Now, as a note, when you have aura imbalance that's positive, right? So let's see. I think Crimson Overgrowth is a good one. That is pretty neat. There's just like some nice effects. It's nothing too crazy. But, you know, it's good stuff. We'll see. For now, I call this a complete build. I think this is solid. So I'm going to leave this be. So let's come back in a sec. So I'm going to try making an ingot of the depths because I'm not sure, but I'm suspecting that the things there are locked. So if I make one, will it unlock? Soul Strider's armor and tools. Sweet. So let's see, what Soul Strider's armor do? I mean, it requires, like, ancient debris, so it's got to be something good, right? A magical botanist can feel dark energy surging in them. While the armor can be repaired like its counterpart, it also provides a secret bonus, or a set bonus. When wearing every piece of the armor or swapping the chest plate for an elytra upon being struck, the armor causes all nearby entities to fuse with the ground for a few seconds, causing them to stand completely still. That's kind of cool. That's nifty. And then the tools are extraordinarily powerful, being forged out of a combination of materials from the skies, the earth, and the depths. While also functioning as regular tools, they each have an additional ability that sets them apart from their netherite counterparts. So the Soul Strider's pickaxe, when enabled by sneak clicking with it, will mine a whole vein of ores in one, allowing mining much more efficiently. See, these are the kind of cool things that would be nice to have earlier game. The Soul Strider's hand axe, when enabled with it, is very efficient at chopping any type of tree, even extraordinarily large ones, doing so in well. I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. The Soul Strider's hand axe, huh? Cool. Let's just see what the other ones do before I do it. When interacting with blind dirt like dirt, turns into a luscious grass block. Allowing them break leaves in a very large area with a single swing. Not super useful when you have a lot of like the tree capitator stuff. Upon attacking a large group of monsters, several in a rather large area are struck as if it was enchanted with a more powerful version of Sweeping Edge. Of course, these two abilities are not mutually exclusive either. That's kind of cool, too. But yeah, let's definitely grab just the axe one, right? That sounds good. So for that, we're going to need some ancient, really, wood rods? That's the only way you can make them? Okay, that's cool. There you go. And axe time. Nice. I was just saying, do I happen to have an axe that can do a whole tree in one fell swoop? Well, let's see. Not bad, but it definitely missed something. That one ain't terrible. Hey, you're not a bow. Oh, you know what it is? I bet it was a tree nest. I bet that's what it was. It ran into the bee's nest and got stuck. That's why it didn't catch that. Okay. Yikes. All right. So I think that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. So let's come back next time. I'll check out if there's anything else specifically cool from Nature's Aura that I want. But I really wanted the weather manipulation stuff because that's just fun. And this was a fun setup, I thought. I thought it was cool to set up like infinite aura plus, you know, all the other cool stuff. So for now, wrapping up point, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time with something new. For now, take it easy.